More big news from the Big 50, a merger for Stellar Industrial, and a preview for our event on Alibaba. All this and more on this week's Industrial Distribution Video Market Report, brought to you by IDTV. Hello and welcome to this week's ID Video Market Report. Our lead story this week comes out of Tacoma, Washington, where Stellar Industrial Supply has announced that it will merge with Billings, Montana-based Advantage Machine & Tool, effective the end of this year. According to Stellar President John S. Weiborg, the merger will make the company much stronger in a highly competitive market.
Bearing maker Timken announced it has reached an agreement with Erics to acquire the assets of Revolvo, a specialty bearing company based in Dudley, UK. Revolvo makes and markets ball and roller bearings for industrial applications and process and heavy industries. Additionally, welding supplies manufacturer Lincoln Electric has acquired the assets of the privately held live arc welding training system manufacturer Real Weld Systems. Another well-known brand made news this week, Duracell, when it was announced that it would be sold by Procter & Gamble to Warren Buffett's Berkshire Hathaway for over $3 billion. After it finishes divesting more than half its brands around the globe over the next year or two, Procter & Gamble has said that it will be left with about 70 to 80 brands.
Another week has gone by, and with it, another Big 50 executive retirement announcement. Last week, Motion Industries announced that longtime CEO and chairman Bill Stevens would be passing the baton. Effective immediately, Timothy P. Breen will take over as CEO, and Stevens will carry on his chairmanship until his retirement in March of 2015. Stevens has dedicated 37 years to Motion Industries.
In other Big 50 company news, Grainger has announced its October sales numbers, citing a 6% increase year over year for the month. Additionally, the company held its analysts meeting where it provided an outlook for 2015. CEO Jim Ryan said Grainger would increase its investments in growth and infrastructure this coming year in an effort to accelerate market share gain. The company also discussed plans to refocus its international portfolio and announced its decision to exit Brazil.
Last week, as part of its ongoing educational webinar series, Industrial Distribution hosted a panel to discuss management of the digital transformation in distribution. Moderated by our own Jack Keogh, speakers included Steve Ems of McGladrey and Charlie Bonomo, CIO of MSC Industrial Supply. The trio discussed ways distributors can develop strategies for moving into the digital age and offered solutions for how IT and company leadership can work together to support overall business objectives. According to MSC's Bonomo, in the end, every company is a technology company. You can view this webinar on demand by clicking on the link below.
As we look ahead to our next event, you'll want to tune in on December 4th when Jim Tompkins, CEO of Tompkins International, provides an update on e-commerce giant Alibaba, specifically how industrial distributors should respond to this market newcomer. Recently, Tompkins outlined the 9 most interesting Alibaba facts on its website. One of these includes an estimate by Jim that in 2015, US e-commerce will reach $475 billion, China's will be at $540 billion, and Alibaba will be at $450 billion. This means Alibaba alone will nearly equal all e-commerce in the US in 2014. In fact, Jim predicts that Alibaba will be the world's largest retail platform next year, meaning yes, even bigger than Walmart. Register for Jim's discussion on Alibaba below. You won't want to miss it.
Those are just some crazy numbers. I'm interested to hear what Jim has to say about this e-commerce superpower.
The competition just keeps coming. Well, that's it for today. Be sure to like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and join the conversation on LinkedIn. On behalf of the Industrial Distribution editorial team, thanks for joining us.